Hello and welcome to a video you probably weren't expecting and you didn't sign up for, so thank you a lot if you clicked on it. On that note, I'm kind of running out of ideas on what to do for Skullgirls, so I would appreciate if any of you are like, hey, I would like to see this, I would like to see that, hey, I actually would like to see another fighting game, or I would like to see you return to the Switch or play more quick matches, or do an analysis of this. Whatever it is, just let me know in the comments below. And again, thank you for clicking this video. So first of all, let me tell you what you clicked in here for. I love Doom Eternal. I love it so much. So now that you know what you're in here for, a little bit of my experience with the shooter genre. I don't really like the shooter genre that much. I don't like the Call of Duties. I don't like the Fortnite. I don't like the Battlegrounds. Player unknown, whatever. I like shooters when they're more video gamey. Like the most recent shooter that I actually played quite a bit was Titanfall 2. I thought Titanfall 2 was amazing. It was really fun. Before that, we can go back to Halo. Halo is actually pretty video gamey, and I liked it a lot back when I was a kid. Vanquish, Wooly's playing that, if you know who that is. Amazing game. And I honestly didn't get into original Doom and Doom 2. I played them, and honestly they didn't really click on me. If you ask me about old first-person shooters, I'm gonna tell you Blood is amazing, and Duke Nukem has a bunch of really good levels. I didn't play Doom 2016, because as I told you, Doom was never really my thing. I respected it always because of what it meant for the genre. But it felt like, hey, this is Doom and it looks good, but it never clicked on me. So, what made me play Doom Eternal? I watched some of the gameplay and the dashing with the monkey bars and stuff. It looked so much fun, and I was like, okay, I kind of really want to play this. So I played it. So what do I like about the game? The gameplay loop is just so much fun. Jumping around, dashing, using the monkey bars, shooting demons, throwing a frag grenade and the ice grenade and the flame torch belch or whatever it's called, and chainsawing them and glory killing them. It's so much fun. I hear a common complaint with the gameplay loop though, and it's usually the ammo capacity, which I honestly think if you're complaining about the ammo capacity, there are two things you're probably experiencing. You are like at the first third of the game. You don't have a lot of weapons, your weapon mods are not that good, you probably don't have the ice grenade or something like that, or they take too long to charge, or whatever. During that first third of the game, it does feel like, fuck, I gotta use my chainsaw again. It feels like it's interrupting gameplay. I really do agree with you on that. But once you get all your weapon mods, your weapon masteries, not even then, you just need a bunch of weapon mods, a bunch of upgrades, your ice grenade, your flame belch, and things like that. The game, I never thought like the chainsaw was actually interrupting the gameplay. And actually with some upgrades that are the shooting the explosive barrels and that give you ammo, and the explosive barrel returns and it still gives you ammo, and the chainsaw, you don't really need to use it that much. The gameplay here you're seeing right now is set on ultra violence on the master level. The master level that is available to everyone. I don't have the other one because I didn't pre-order the game. Fuck you, Bethesda. And take into account that I'm playing on the PlayStation 4 with a PlayStation 4 controller, my DualShock. I'm not using mouse and keyboard. I'm aiming with a stick. And I'm not doing that badly. I really have a lot of fun on Ultraviolence in the master level. So where do I think your complaint is coming from? Because as I mentioned, I said I think you're experiencing two things. And I think the second one is you're just not that good at the game. And I don't mean it as say, oh, you should just get good. I mean, sometimes you're not good at something because you just don't like it. And I think that's a lot of what people are experiencing that complain about that. You don't really like the gameplay loop of having to use the chainsaw. You think it shouldn't be like that it's a little bit unnecessary to put the ammo on the chainsaw. And you can kind of circumvent it, like I mentioned before, with some of the upgrades and stuff, and with the weapon swapping. You cannot just use the super shotgun anymore for the entire game, as I've heard you can in Doom 2016. So, even if you can circumvent that, you still need to use it. And if you don't like that, you will try to avoid it, and then you're going against what the game wants you to play, how the game wants you to play. And it punishes you for it. So it's not, I don't think it's really that you're complaining that there's lack of ammo, because there's not. I think you're just complaining that the game went into a direction you didn't like, which is completely valid. I still love the game as it is, though. So, what else does the game do good by me? I think the whole climbing on walls and monkey bar thing, I see some people complain about that, and I like it a lot. Well, it's not that I like it a lot, but I think it's a nice change of pace from me not being able to blink in a combat arena because I need to be doing everything at the same time, shooting the demons. Like, it's like, oh, I can like move that around a little bit and explore the place, see any ammo that I missed, any health, any armor pickups are still there. I could shoot an explosive barrel to give me a little more ammo without having to use the chainsaw. And then it's like, oh, where do I need to go? And then I see a green light and I go there. And then I just do a little light platforming. It's a nice change of pace for me. I don't understand that some people are like, I don't like it, but even if you don't like it, I don't think it's that much of a deal breaker as the whole chainsaw thing maybe. I also really like the amount of tutorials in the game. They're very front loaded. And they do break the pacing, they do stop you from doing the thing, but some things, if you were not like following the development of the game, how would you know that the chainsaw pip recharges one of them so you can always have ammo? How would you know that a glory kill gives you health? How would you know that you need to stagger demons to do a glory kill for that? Sometimes it even tells you weak points of enemies, like, oh, you need to do this against the Cacodemon. The Cacodemon is fucking relentless in this game. If you didn't know how to deal with him, it would be pretty fucking bad to try and deal with it without knowing. Some people like that, but... and you can just ignore the tutorials if you want to do that. But it would be, for me, it would be very frustrating to be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. And then I would go online, oh, I'm supposed to shoot a grenade or a sticky bomb to its mouth. The game tells me all of this, and I appreciate it. I actually really appreciate it. You can just skip it. You can actually turn off tutorials in the menu if you want. So if you're complaining about tutorials, just turn them off, dude. The game lets you do that. One thing it does not teach you is how the Archvile works. Because there are buff totems that make the enemies glow red and they do more damage and they're faster. And there's a totem you can destroy and you take out the buff from the demons. The Archvile can also do this, but the game doesn't really tell you. I kinda suspected it was him because I have played the Doom games, Doom 1 and 2, even if I didn't really like them that much, and I knew what an Archvile was. I knew he respawns demons. He brings them back to life, basically. So I was like, okay, it's probably the Archvile doing that, so I always went to the Archvile so I first went to kill the Archvile, and lo and behold, it did work like that. But I only was able to figure it out that easily because I knew what an Archvile was. And I knew it had that the Archvile's gimmick is that it brings back enemies. So maybe in the new one, he also buffs them. Someone that didn't play Doom 2 probably doesn't know what an Archvile is. So maybe you encountered the Archvile and saw the buff demons and were like, where's the buff totem? I can't find the buff totem, but it's actually the Archvile. The Slayer gates are just amazing. They're so hard sometimes, but they're really good. I played the campaign on Hurt Me Plenty before switching to try and learn the game before switching to Ultraviolence and playing the master level and playing the campaign again with all my things on Ultraviolence. And this experience was perfect for me with my PlayStation 4 controller. I had a lot of fun. Now, things I don't like about the game. So, first of all, everyone complains about this. The water section just sucks. I think it's the only place in the game that it actually sucks. It's not as subjective as the monkey bars and the wall climbing, where I enjoy them. I can see how people wouldn't enjoy them, but I like them. I think the water level is just ass. But it only takes like, I don't know, it's like a collective 10 minutes of your entire playthrough, which is nothing, but it's so bad that it sticks out like that. I'm sorry, I know someone worked really hard on it, but it's just no good. The beginning of the game I also didn't like I said before. Feels like a slog, you don't have all of your abilities, sometimes it actually feels kind of a grind. The start is no fun. The purple goop on the ground that prevents you from jumping or dashing, I think that's just bad. I know why it's there, and I know that you're supposed to like jump around it and things, but sometimes you just land on it and you're like, I gotta walk slowly to the thing and double jump and dash out of here quickly or I'm going to die. It's like the most fun of the game for me is the gameplay, and they made an element of the game that takes away the funnest part of it for you. I understand what it's trying to do, but it's just it's just no fun. I like the story well enough. It's nothing amazing. It's nothing too bad. It does have some cringe to it, but that's fine. The whole rip and tear, it's like, oh my god, I get it. I get it. I enjoyed the lore codex thingies because I mostly ignored them, but if there was something I wanted to know, I could just see what it was, and I got an answer, and it was actually pretty well written, pretty interesting. You can also skip all the cutscenes from the beginning of the game, so if you just want to ignore the story, you can, it's fine. I also tried the multiplayer, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think the multiplayer is a great idea how they did it, but I wasn't having any fun playing. When playing as the Slayer, the game doesn't feel as fast or as snappy as when you're playing the campaign or the master level. I don't know if it's because all my opponents were playing on Wi-Fi or something, or maybe it's that the online just sucks. But the demons were very jittery. They sometimes teleported a little bit, like you could see that was some packet loss happening online. Sometimes, like, I know 2 shots from the heavy cannon staggers a zombie, allowing me to glory kill him for health. And I tried to do that. The first shot hits, the second quick shot, I shoot it, and apparently it didn't hit. The zombie jittered a little bit, so I don't know if the zombie was actually still there, or he wasn't there, or even if the first hit actually hit. And I couldn't do the glory kill, I couldn't get my health, I got a bunch more damage because I got stuck there for a second being like, wait, what? Where's my glory kill? And playing against 2 demons that are actually cooperating, it just turns into, I'm gonna run in, shoot one of them, and run out. Because they have all of their minions around them, they have all the abilities on the ready to do something. So if I try to hit the Ragnartron's weak point, as I do that, the 2 playable demons are hitting me already. And if I try to go for the playable demons, the minions are hitting me already. So if they're cooperating that well, it feels like I go in, I do one thing, like I either shoot one of the player demons or shoot one of the weak spots and run away to try and do that again, like use the element of surprise. That just felt like the optimal thing to do. and honestly it's not that much fun as the main campaign for me. Then playing as the demons, it just feels passive. Most of the damage is basically done by your minions, your demons that you summon. You kinda summon your demons, you stay at a distance, as I didn't play as the Manculus, which you're supposed to get in actually for your flamethrower, but you stay at a distance, you kinda shoot at him, you use your abilities here and there. You're basically just trying to juggle your own healing if he gets in too close and actually does damage to you, and doing the loot block where he's not able to pick up any loot. That's basically what you're juggling. If a demon dies, you just respawn it basically instantly. The respawn rate for your summon demons is pretty low, so you're kind of just doing that. If you get hit, you just let your other partner demon, your partner in crime, go against this leader, and you just stay put while you're healing. It just felt very passive, and I don't like feeling passive when I'm playing Doom Eternal. So I didn't really enjoy the online that much. Now onto something more specific. This is more of things that happened to me while playing on the PlayStation 4. One of those that will tell you this is how it plays on the PlayStation 4 original, because there's no money to actually upgrade to a PlayStation 4 Pro, and every other reviewer is like, oh, I'm doing this in the PlayStation 4 Pro, or I'm doing this in my NASA fucking quantum computer. Like, no. It runs pretty fucking smoothly on the original PlayStation. I do have some slowdowns, but it's when I like freeze 4 demons with the freeze grenade, I put a frag grenade down, and I flame torch all of them, and there's health and armor going all over the place. That's when it slows down, and honestly, I think that's hype as fuck. I remember old games where there was too much going on screen that made it slow down, and it was so hype, and I think it felt the exact same way. That tiny slowdown was actually a plus for me. Also, when I was playing the master level, when I decided to record it, I had the photo mode turned on. I don't know if it had anything to do with that, but power up was missing, and I couldn't finish the level because it just didn't let me go through the door. I don't know, it probably was because I have the photo mode. Probably doesn't let you do that, because if you activate photo mode, that is in beta right now, during that specific sequence it breaks something. I have no idea, but aside from that, I never had any hiccup playing the game. It only happened once I decided to record and use photo mode, so turn off photo mode if you're not gonna really use it. I just wanted to mess a little bit with it, and then I forgot to turn it off, so it may have messed with things that are not intended, and that's why it's in beta. So all in all, I think Doom Eternal is one of the most fun first-person shooters I've played in my life. The online could be better by my personal taste, and it could be better in an infrastructure way, probably. If you want a fast-paced first-person shooter that is so video gamey, it's like the most video game a video game has ever video gamed, play this game. It's really fun. It's really good. It's Doom Eternal. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.